Yeah, 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 yeah. I run my fingers through her hair, and she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one you love is the one you're loving?
My experiences with black women growing up wasn't so good. When I started dating white girls, my first experience with white girls is when I went to college. I tried to date some black girls when I was in college. They did not like me. I was skinny. I was strong.
Right.
I was teased from high school, even to college. I got teased for being dark skinned.
Damn,
So
they tease you, cuz?
yeah. So there was a lot of self-esteem issues.
Right.
No, I'm being dead honest. So when I got my opportunity, when my first experience with a white girl, I'm like, okay, it wasn't bad, but that wasn't. I just totally gravitated to white girls after that.
Right.
That wasn't the situation. So again, my experiences with black women growing up wasn't so good. So, but that still didn't deter me from still dating or pursuing black girls. Right. So my thing now is because I know there's the stigma, the stereotypical of athletes, to go off and make money, this and that, and date the opposite color, opposite race. But for me now, where I am, it's not even about color. It's not even about race. For me, it's about somebody that I have some chemistry with, good energy, and I get a good vibe with. That's where I am. Like I said, we all want somebody that's attractive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Aesthetics going to play a big part in it. Anybody that says, "Oh, well, I don't care what the person looks like," that's a lie. That's a lie. We all want somebody that we can roll over and wake up to. That's, you know what I mean, that looks pleasing to the eye. Everybody's experiences have been different. For me, when I grew up, I was in my high school pretty much is 50. I don't know what percentage black, white, but I lived in a black neighborhood. So at the end of the day, I attempted to date black girls. When I was younger, I wasn't as handsome as I am now. I didn't have this beautiful smile as I had have now.
You hit puberty.
Right. I was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
And when I bloomed, boy, did I bloom.
Welcome back. It is the Karen Hunter Show, the hottest show in the galaxy. We're on Urban View, channel 126. We're talking powers and becomes action. And I'll apologize for calling him Terrell. Maybe his mama did name him Terrell. I'll concede that. Tyler Merritt is here. I'm struggling with a 50-year-old man having this conversation. Clearly, and again, the reason why I brought up naked attraction is because really we're conditioned to look at folk and to see who's attractive and who's not. You know, like there was a man with nail polish and they went back to Egypt. The first Egyptians, men would polish their nails and wear makeup and stuff. So hell, our founding fathers had on makeup and wigs and high heels and, a whole host of other things, but no one ever called them, so we wax and wane in terms of what is beauty. People used to wear merkins because beauty, because there was a point where there was like some plague that the hair fell out and they didn't have pubic hair. So people would wear like a wig on their pubic area because that was deemed sexy, right? We change from generation to generation about what is sexy, what's not. So him saying, everyone wants someone that's attractive without acknowledging that he is damaged, that his conditioning around what's beauty, and then to categorize all black women because some black girls, and you probably didn't date all the black girls, didn't think you were attractive because of the damage in the community around skin color. So a couple of black girls didn't think you were attractive. So now when I had the opportunity, when I started, he had the opportunity. So he saw the graduation to whiteness as something to aspire to. He's a sick person. But the thing that I hate about it is it puts all black women in a category. And you had a couple of experiences that were negative. Why are you painting all of us with the same brush? F that and F you for that.
Yeah. I feel kind of Smiz. I kind of feel like this is your fault, actually, because
what?
I feel like we had a really good vibe going, talking about naked attraction. I feel like we had mamas calling in talking about their children's testicles. We had vaginal issue. There was a lot going on up until about 4 minutes ago when we rolled that Terrell Owens T.O. clip. Like that clip, like I hadn't heard the clip. I had read comments about it. First of all, he was just all over the place in a way that I feel like if he goes back and listens to that, he probably won't be happy about what he said. I would probably guess. I don't know. I ran into him not too long ago, probably about 2 months ago in in Austin, Texas. He was there for a game, and I just went up to him. I was like, "Man, I appreciate you." He was super nice. He was kind, but what I just heard there, man, was just a lot. That was a lot. So first, let me say this. If you're a Black woman listening to this, I know I don't need to apologize on behalf of anyone, but we know that we as Black people are not monolithic. We know this. And the fact that even our own people try to continue to force that upon us has to be wildly frustrating. And listen, let's don't even just talk about him being young and him not being cute and what he thinks society looked at him as a Black boy. Black women at that age got it worse than Black boys did, at least in my communities. You know what I mean? Like we got, sure, but and then now for Black women to be older and voluptuous, to suddenly have white women be like, I want to get butt implants to look like these
that was
people that you know.
Can we say, because I was a big kid, had I was just watching Naked Attraction saying, man, I wish I was raised in Europe at that time. I probably would have had, I had to overcome a lot of things and figure out how to love myself in the midst of, being this size basically at age 12. And, you shape yourself based on whether people find you attractive. This is how you determine your own self-worth. It's the dances at school. And if a boy is going to come across the gymnasium to ask you to dance, I don't know what they do now, but those things. And if you're left there not dancing, you feel some ways about yourself, and you have to figure it out or not, or go down a spiral of having low self-esteem. But this is all that navigation in childhood, because we have a society that places value on certain people and devalue other people, and then we do it in our own groups, no matter what the group is, right? Whether it's hair texture, skin color. So, I mean, both, I wouldn't want to be young today, but at the same time, when I look at these young people, because I teach, they are so much more free. I got kids, all kind of things. I was like, man, when I was 19, 20, I would never consider any of that, or couldn't even feel free enough to be. They don't have any boundaries.
Right.
At the same time, there's a lot coming at them with social media. But I'm envious, so it's watching Naked Attraction, and also seeing this generation with their lack of boundaries. And I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be okay for humanity. Maybe we'll be all right. Maybe. I don't know.
Let me talk real quick about dating a Black man who I am in a relationship with a white woman who's really well known in the white community. Her name's Jen.
Did you know that when you met her?
I didn't know that she was as famous. I didn't know my current girlfriend was as famous as she was. I did not know. And then I found out pretty quick. I found out really quick when one day she was like, "This is who I'm dating," and I had 30,000 followers in about like a 4-hour period. I was like, "Who the hell are you?" I mean, like, I had an understanding, and I even joked. I posted, the first thing I ever posted with her is I was like, "I didn't know that you knew all the white women." But what I want to make a comment about that though. Me personally, Tyler, not even in a great way. I like women. I just like them. I literally wrote a whole book about it. I just love all of them, all the women. And I do not have a specific type of woman that I like. Let me take that back. Body types I tend to lean towards, but as far as like skin color, I don't care. I really just I Benetton, bring them all in. With that being said, I wonder why it is. This is the truth. When I hear a black dude, Karen, say, and I'm believing in freedom. Like, I'm like, let the gays love the gays, let the trans, all the people love the people. But when I hear a black dude say that he only dates white women, something inside of my soul dies. And like, I get angry. Like, I feel the hot. And I don't know why that is, because I feel like I should just let people be. You know what I'm saying? But I don't.
No, this is why I brought it up.
Mother. It feels like an insult to every black woman I've ever loved or lusted after, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I do. I brought it up with you because I know you a little bit, and I feel like I know you a lot because I've literally had you in my ear and my soul and my psyche when I listened to your audiobook and then didn't realize who you were, on the show, because you were on the show before I actually listened to the book, and I was like, let me read this book, and then I downloaded the audio, and I was like, oh, so I know you in a deeper way. Otherwise, I wouldn't have played this clip because I never would want to put you in a position to either, expose something in you that you might be working through. But I don't put you in the same category as Terrell Owens, right? Or Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
That you have a white girlfriend that I knew you had. I don't know her because I'm not in that world, but I'm sure she is famous. Good. I'm glad. I'm happy. You're happy. That's all. Does she treat you well? That's all I care about. But I wanted to have this conversation because I feel like that anger that you feel is what I feel too. And it's not that, I want Terrell Owens, even though I do think he's got the perfect body and, I think he's gorgeous. I don't think we'd have much to talk about, but and maybe it wouldn't matter, but I feel like it is a slap in the face of women, particularly when we're in a society that has always, even on those dating sites, Black women catch hell, we're the least picked and all. And that has to do something at some point. It's like, we're going to have to come to Jesus on this and shift the paradigm around what is beauty, but more importantly, have these honest conversations, especially with this, the Kevin Samuels. I mean, so it's on all sides, it's like even Black men that love, like they're going over the passport bros. You got too much. It's too much happening here, and we got to get it together. So we're going to have this conversation.
How do you feel when you see, because I'm about to say, I think we talked about this one time on your show, you and I hate to say what I'm about to say, and I feel like if there's anything that's going to get me canceled, it'll probably be this. There are certain Black folks that I want them to. There are certain Black people that when they're not dating other Black people, it bothers me. And as a Black person, it shouldn't, because I feel like everybody should love everybody. But like, I mean this, forgive me, world, for what I'm about to say. But if Denzel tomorrow started dating a white woman, I'd be like, what the hell?
Yo, no, I'm with you.
Why is it that I feel that way?
Because it would be wrong. And Paulette doesn't deserve that. If Samuel Jackson, you're right. 866-801-8255. I wanted to have this discussion. So let's go to the phones.
I'm literally the dude that is dating somebody who's white. But also, let me be very clear. I need to be really clear about this. I just love women, but man, I love me a Black woman. Listen. So
you don't have to don't protest too much, Tyler. Just
I know
this current relationship is your relationship. That's your business,
right?
Period. But if you exclusively only dated white women, I don't know. I don't know. I would be thinking some things about you. I would be. I promise you. Now, is it the same for people who never? Anyway,
no, go.
I'm gonna stick right here. I'm gonna stick right here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go to the phones. 866. If you've never dated outside of your race, but we're all the human race, so I don't know.
Yeah. I run my fingers through her hair as she smiles. smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one you're lusting is the one